So we discussed how the internet works. We talked about what the internet is, then how the internet works. Whenever you want to use the internet, whenever you want to browse, the steps, the series of things that happen behind the scenes, we discussed that. So you can check the previous class to stay abreast of that. And we talked about the browser, CRS, and search engines. So search engines are just websites or software that are used to find websites on the internet, or that are used to find information on the internet. We've talked about the web page, website, web app, and native apps. We talked about that as well. And then we examined Google Chrome. Now we want to talk about internet research skills. So now, internet research skills is a skill you should have actually if you are a digitally literate person. So there are some things you should keep in mind whenever you are making researches on the internet. So internet research is just the process of trying to gather information from data available on the web, right? Collecting data from different sources.
I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So research is just about collecting data from different sources and combining it into a document, right? Combining it into a presentable document, a well-detailed document. So when you are making researches online, when you are exploring different websites, you should take note of currency. Let me just take my highlighter now. You should take note of what? Currency. You should take note of currency, right? So what does that mean? Is the information recent and up to date? You need to know that fast-changing topics need the newest sources. For instance, you want to make a research about AI, and you searched and you saw a website that they updated their website last maybe 2 years ago. Maybe that's 2024 or 2023. Is that website current? Is it a good source for your research? So it's not going to be a good source because it is not current. Then relevance. You have to check whether that website answers your research question. Whether that source, we don't call it websites only, we call it source. We call it sources generally because it can be a book, a website, an online repository, and so on and so forth. So you don't sources that don't that are not relevant to what you are doing. You don't check such sources. You do it with such. Now, authority. Now, who wrote it? Are they a credible expert institution or organization? That matters as well. Then the accuracy. Accuracy. Can you confirm that the facts on other? Can you confirm the facts on other trustworthy websites? The sources listed. Must always check that. Okay, if I check this in this site A and I check site B, are they saying the same thing? Then purpose. Why was it written? Is it to inform or to sell or to persuade? You always watch for buyers. And also, you always cite your sources. Always cite your sources. Always cite your sources. Alright. Now, I want to talk about digital footprints. Digital footprints. Now, your digital footprint is the trail of data you leave behind every time you use the internet. Your posts, your searches, your likes. Now, if you are not wearing a footwear on a rainy day, you see that your foot will make footprints, right? Even if you are wearing a footwear, you will still make footprints. So whenever you access the internet, whenever you surf the web, you leave what we call footprints, right? Digital footprints. So these are trails of data you leave behind. When you visit a site, when you sign up, when you create accounts, you leave trails of data. And this data can be traced back to you at any time. So we have active footprints and we have passive footprints. So the active footprints are, for instance, now you're posting on social media. When you post on social media, now okay, today is my birthday. You post on social media. Yes. What is it?
Nothing.
All right. So when you post on social media, you are leaving data behind, right? Okay, your picture that you posted, maybe okay, I am 12 years today. All those things are data that you are leaving behind. So those are digital footprints. Those are digital footprints. Then when you send emails or messages, those are also digital footprints. For instance, you message somebody that you are going to be at a place the next day. So that's a digital footprint. You have left a trail of data online. When you sign up for websites, when you upload photos or videos, when you write reviews or comments, or you create accounts, when you comment on someone's posts, for instance, now that is active footprints. Now, active footprints are just the specific data you use that you yourself voluntarily supply it. For instance, nobody forced you to comment on someone's post or to post your picture. You are the one that did that for yourself. So that's active footprint. Now, passive footprints are just the data that is gathered about you online. You don't have to do so. You don't have to be consciously. You don't have to consciously do these ones. For instance, when you visit a website and the website tracks your visits, that's passive footprint. You don't know that that is being collected right in the background. That is passive footprints. When you use an app and your location is recorded, that is passive footprint. Now, when you use cookies, when you browse, your browser saves what we call cookies, right? Cookies is just the specific data that a browser saves whenever you use a site. So that's what cookies are. That's what cookies are. Then, and you don't actually know that this is being taken. Then we have apps that collect data in the background. When you use some apps on your Android smartphone, some data is being collected in the background. Your IP address is logged whenever you access websites. Then some companies can build ad profiles for you. Now remember that the internet never truly forgets. So before you post, before you share anything online, think twice. Is this something I want to be out there? Is this something that if I post it, if someone sees it, is it okay if people see it? If following, you should think about whatever you want to post. You should think before you post it, because whatever you share online is no longer yours. Even if it is your picture, you share it online, it's no longer yours. So it now belongs to the netizens, people that use the internet. So I hope you get what we are saying here. So now let's talk about safe browsing. Safe browsing. So whenever you are browsing the internet, you should be careful of these things. One, you always check for HTTPS. Now HTTPS is secure. Now the protocol for transferring files over the internet is called HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Now the HTTP it's
I'm not hearing you.
HTTP transfers data in plain form. It does not encrypt data. It does not keep data safe. But HTTPS always encrypts data. It encrypts your data so that people don't just see your data easily. It encrypts data. For instance, login details, all those things are encrypted. So then avoid suspicious links. Don't click links that are sent to you via emails or messages if they are from unknown senders, and over links to preview the URL first. Now, anytime you receive links in your emails, be careful of them before you open them. Make sure it is from a trusted person before you open them. Make sure it is from a trusted sender. So there are links that you can click that can download malware on your devices. Malware is just a software that is harmful to your device. So like virus, worm, Trojan, and the rest like that. So you have to be careful. And then you don't download from unknown sources. That is why for Android users, Play Store is recommended for downloading, and for iOS users, Apple Store, the App Store on Apple is recommended.
We should download what?
Whenever you want to download applications, apps, you use Play Store if you are on Android. Then if you are on Windows, you use Microsoft Store.
Download what, sir?
Apps. APPS.
Hello?
So we just want to make a sketch, right?
Hello?
Do you see what I'm writing right now? Did you see what I just wrote?
Hello?
What's going on? I'm with you. I can hear you. I don't know. Maybe there's a network glitch over
Can
there.
you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you. Is there a network glitch over there?
Hello? But
The recommended sources to download from is from Play Store for Android users. Play Store. So it is safe. Then for Windows users, use Microsoft Store. Then for iOS users, use App Store, Apple App Store. Now, but there are actually a few other sites I would recommend that you can download from that are safe, like Softonic and Up to Down. Softonic and Up to Down. So now, be careful of passwords too. Avoid using just your letters, just letters alone. Always mix letters, numbers, and symbols, and never use your name, your birthday, or something simple as password 123. Don't use that. It is unsafe. So, and always make sure you use different password for different sites and different apps. Also, always guard your personal info. Don't just share your home address, phone number, school name, or photos with strangers online. Also, make sure you log out from unshared devices. Let's say there's a school computer now. Always log out whenever you finish using it. And keep your software up to date always. It is important. It is important. So that your device will not be at risk. Now antiviruses always constantly protect your device from malwares, right? But if your antivirus is not up to date, it might not be able to detect newest upcoming malicious softwares. Right. So now to write a professional email. To write a professional email, you make sure you put your tone properly. You write the name of the person you are sending, the email of the person you are writing to. That's in the tone field. Then subject. Always put subject. Subject is just like the heading of your email. Then you have dear Mr. James. Then you write your maybe introduction, whatever now, and the remaining paragraphs. Then this thank you very much for your time. Right? This is the body of the email here. This is the body. This is the body here. Why this is the subject. This is subject. Now, your salutation is also important, dear Mr. James. Then the sign off, kind regards, John. Blah, blah, blah. Now, attachment is anything, any file you want to add to your email. That's an attachment. Right. So, your email etiquette, make sure you use a clear professional subject line. Don't use a subject line like maybe instead of saying clarification DAIL materials. Now you can't just say DAIL materials, you can just say DAIL. That's not a good subject line. Start with a proper greeting like dear or I. Then keep your message short and clear. No one has the time to sit down reading your novel that you write as essay, that you write as letter rather. So keep your message short and clear. Then check spelling and grammar before sending. Always reply mails within 24 to 48 hours. Use your real name in the sign off. Reread your emails before hitting send. Then be careful of this. Don't write your email in all capital letters. Don't make everything to be all caps. That's a shouting font. Now, avoid using slangs or emoji or testing language in emails. That's because emails are formal, so you don't use emoji, you don't use slangs, you don't use texting language. Then don't leave the subject line empty. Always put something in the subject line, something meaningful. Now, reply all unnecessarily. Don't reply all unnecessarily to large groups. Then don't send angry or rude emails. Then avoid sharing personal information like passwords or ID. And be careful when open email attachments. Do not open suspicious attachments. Now don't forward chain emails or spam messages. Others. And always read your email once before sending. Now, online communication tools. We've talked about email. Now, email is a formal messaging platform. And in the physical class, I was highlighting the importance of email. Now, usually companies, please mute your mic. Companies prefer to send emails rather than WhatsApp. They prefer email as a means of communication because it's formal and professional. So it is important to have an email account. When you are applying for opportunities, you should have an email account so that you will receive it. Now, there are different email providers. We have Gmail, we have Outlook, we have Yahoo Mail. Then instant messaging. This one is informal. For instance, WhatsApp, Telegram, iMessage. These are informal means of communication, and they are used for quick personal messages, informal chats, or small groups. For emails now, we use them for formal communication, schools, businesses, and official messages. Now we have video calls also. We have video calls which is both formal and informal. An example, we have Zoom, we have Google Meet, which we are currently using. We have Microsoft Teams. These are used for virtual classes. They are used for meetings, interviews, family calls. Then we have social media, which is a public means of communication, like Facebook, Instagram, X, which is known as Twitter, and TikTok. So then we have forums and collaboration platforms like Google Classroom, Slack, and Discord. And we have blogs and sites like Medium, WordPress, Canva sites. So, what is cyberbullying? Now, cyberbullying is just the process of using digital technology to harass, to threaten, or to embarrass, to threaten, embarrass, or harm others. You know what physical bullies do now, right? Maybe using words to bully someone or using physical force. So that's just the same thing. That's just what cyberbullying too is. It's only that this one is done online. So sending threatening messages, blackmail, and abusive languages on the social media, that is cyberbullying. And there are different forms. We have harassment, which means sending mean or threatening messages. We have exclusion. Exclusion is leaving someone out of online groups on purpose. Leaving someone out of online groups on purpose. We have impersonation. Impersonation is pretending to be someone else to damage their reputation. Let's say, for instance, now I am a very popular person, and I maybe somebody does not like me, and he just takes my personal information, my picture, my details, and he just went online and started posting using my details now. And what is posting is bad, so that might cause a damage to my reputation. So that is impersonation, pretending to be someone else. Then image abuse, sharing somebody's photo or video without permission to embarrass the person. Then doxing, publicly sharing someone's private information. Now, what do you
Oh
do?
God.
What do you do about cyberbullying?
It is when they are using words bully you online.
Okay. So what do you do now? You don't respond. You take a screenshot, block the bully, tell an adult, take a break, and support the victims. So that brings us to the end
Okay.
of today's class. That brings us to the end of today's class. So if you check the LMS for your assignments now, you are supposed to carry out researches. If you're having issues concerning that, you can always reach out. Reach out. Let's get that sorted. So see you in the next
Okay, sir.
class. So you can always watch these later on. So this is recorded.